What's up, everyone? Welcome back. We're going to do a quick follow-up on the HellCat. We're going to throw some foreskins on it, and we're going to take it down to my boy Brandon's shop down here where he tints the windows at, and see if we can't get him to let us record him tinting that window in there. Pretty cool guy, sweet shop, does great work. So we'll get to all that once we get there, but I'm getting ready to pull it in the shop, throw it on the lift, get these wheels off, and get those tires on. Be back shortly. She's a little low. We need to get this thing washed up. I need to get that wood on there better.
Smash like.
This one was all right. That one over there. Let's get it down a little bit more. There we go. All right. Okay. Let's get this thing up in the air and get these bad boys off. I like to try to get it up a little higher first, that way it ain't so hard. I had these hoses. Damn. There we go. All right, let's try to lift this thing. Let me put the small spacers on here. It's hard doing this. I don't know if that's going to be enough. No. Put the bigger ones on it. It's got a low belly.
In my belly!
They should do it here. Hardly got any room. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to have to turn that lap compressor on, guys. Sorry. Just for a few. Get it on that second lock. Okay, let me get this thing down to level, or we get the wheels off comfortably. Brembo brake. Big old calipers. Oh yeah, these got some wires in them. Hoo-wee. Hoo-wee. Get these off on this side. These are some nice little lug sockets from Harbor Freight. They got the protectant sleeves on them. As you guys know through the videos there, Harbor Freight is my go-to. I love that place. Tell you what, I have pretty good luck with their stuff. I know a lot of people that do. I use their cordless impacts daily and put them through abuse. And they work a little better than the torque of it than my Milwaukee does. So that tells you anything. For a cheapie, you move us over here. You have 40 bucks versus, I don't remember what I paid for that Milwaukee, but it wasn't 40 bucks, I'll tell you that. Maybe more like 140. Woo! Woo! Stevie. Got them things down to 0. These front ones ain't real bad. Well, this one ain't. Let me see the other one. Yeah, these front ones are keepable. All right, I'm gonna get you set up over in the other shop. Okay, we got all the weights off, all the center caps out. I went ahead and I'll just tell you, But right inside here on the back, like where you can't really see it when it's on the car, I just wrote with a marker, you know, left front, right front, just so I know what wheel where, to try and just keep the TPMS sensors in order. I think they find themselves no matter what, but I just like putting them back in the same spots, you know, just to be, I guess what do they call it, anal?
You really are too picky.
All right, let's get these things broke down. There we go. Get past the sensor here. All right. We'll go ahead and break one down, and then when we're getting to the part where we're putting them on, we'll just do one. There's no sense in doing all of them on video, and then I'll edit it out so it ain't so long. Okay. Let me get these. I think they're not bad at all. I'm gonna hit them by hand, but yeah, they're actually where they seal at's in nice shape.
If you say so.
I'm still gonna prepare them, clean them, and put just a little bit of the bead seal on them, just so you know it doesn't create a leak. So give me a few. I'll bring you back when I'm that far. Okay, we'll get some of this on it. Not gonna go crazy with it. I just want to nice area where it's hitting good. I got a squeal in this thing. I think my belt's loose.
Tighten it back up.
All right, we'll let that set up a little bit. We'll be right back. I like getting these stickers all off. That way it just looks, I hate when they leave them on there, you know, and let the road tear them off. Most guys will say, why are you doing that? Just let the road tear it off. I just think it looks goofy. So, and they got some sticky glue on them, buddy, let me tell you. A little bit of heat. Whew, them things are stuck to my hand. All right, that's probably set up long enough. I'm sure these have an out and in or a rotation. Rotation. All right, and that wheel there was I believe it was the right front or the left front. I think that's the right front there. This is the left front. Right, okay, so left rear. So we're gonna want it to rotate this way. Yep, okay. I need to fill my applying stuff up. It's a little, it's good stuff, man. It's hard to get off when it dries, but I mean, if you power wash it, it ain't. As long as you try to hit it a little bit before it dries up. But I'll tell you what, without it, you would be fighting these things on, especially these low profiles tires. All right, let me make sure, double check. Okay, the rotation forward, left rear. All right.
I can see you. You're real.
Has it got a dot in it? I was trying to keep my serial number here. That's probably what they want you to go by. Oh, here we go. There's usually a dot on the tire where they say that it's to keep it by your valve stem for best results. So we'll try to keep it about right there. All right, I'm gonna get these set up on the on the balancer here. We'll bring you back in a few. I'm gonna get some of this white stuff wiped off too while it's still a little wet. So I'll be right back. Okay, after finding the correct adapters to fit inside the wheels, that's a pretty cool kit anyways that you got to buy separate from the machine down there. It's all color coded, so when you put them up you know where they go, but usually small to large you can see them, but they ain't cheap, I'll tell you that. I got this machine from Cat's Tires, and it was an old broke down machine sitting in the corner, and I asked them what they was going to do with it, and they said nothing, it's broke. So I got it for a good price. I think I gave them like $300 for it. I don't know if I traded something or something happened there where that's why they gave me it better. They wanted $500 for it, but I got it down to $300. I brought it back here. It had some torn wires on some of these sensors, and I put a new laser in here and something real small. I painted it up, cleaned it up, powder coated the arm, painted it up a little bit, put new stickers on the front of it, painted this tray, kind of put a new monitor. Didn't need it, but I put a bigger monitor on it. But yeah, I probably only got $600 in the machine, and then these things was like $900. They weren't cheap, but still, you can't buy that machine for, God, I don't even know. It's probably be real expensive. I'm setting the dimensions right now, so it knows where to. Now I'm setting my spoke location to try to hide the weights as much as we can. Okay, all set. I want to show you guys these, man. These things are so sweet. These little cutters. I use them at work. I use them everywhere. They're like butter. You can cut through stuff real nice. Oh, I didn't get my black weights out. Let me go grab some. And I'm gonna have to, let me go find a can of brake clean real quick. Okay. All right, first one says towards the back, towards the outer part of the wheel, 1.5 ounces. Yeah, I got a red cardinal that keeps coming to visit me. It's out there right now. Sometimes a couple of them. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I like to clean the area where I'm going to put my weights. That one's almost right where the old one was, so that tells me we got the tire on a good spot. Okay, 1.5 ounces, so that's 6 of them. These are 1/4 ounce weights. So I usually try to put it right in the center of that laser. It would be hard to see unless I held that camera, so I'll just tell you what I'm doing here for now. Okay, now we hit that one. It goes right to the next one. That one's 225. So what we'll do is we'll do a 5 and a 4. A 5 will be 1.25 ounces, and then 4 will be 1 ounce. We'll put that right beside it. Okay, there's our 5, and then a 4. Okay, let me wipe that off. Yeah, and it's like right behind that spoke, which is sweet. That's why I do that. Okay, there's our 5. And the center of that will be, come on, get a grip. Put that way in there as much as we can. Give us some room for the other one. They're sticking nice too. These are some good weights here. I don't remember where I got them at, these black ones, but I think I got them off Amazon. That's where I normally get everything.
You got that right.
All right, see what we got. Come on, okay. Okay, 1/4 weight. It's usually right beside something small. Thought I had an extra, or did we use all the black? Oh, right here. Usually a 1/4 weight, a 1/4 ounce of a weight won't make or break you that bad. But if it's calling for it on this machine, I put it on because this thing is, everything I've done with it has came out like really good.
Top notch.
All right, one more. And if it's not clear after this, I won't go over 2 times. I'll put it back on the machine. I'll take the weights off, put it back on the machine, break the tire down. There we go, okay. I'll break the tire down and I'll spin it 180, the whole tire on the wheel from where it's mounted at the point, and try to rebalance again. And I'll also do that if I put it on here and I'm getting some real crazy numbers, like 3 ounces in one area, stuff like that. Usually about where it was right there, that's as far as I'll go with them. If they're any more than 1 ounce, stuff like that, I'll move the tire. But like I said, the weights went right where the old ones kind of were, so we pretty much got it about where it needs to be at. So we do know that. Let me spin it this way so you guys can. Those are some nice tires, real nice tires. Get that down a little bit. Hopefully they'll last them for a long time. Check out those strip threads. I think they're I don't know I know they're Nittos, but the brand, it's hard to read their writing. Nitto NT 555 G2s. Yeah, pretty sweet tires. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these mounted and balanced. No sense in doing all of them. And I guess I should probably look at you guys. Yeah, I'll get them finished mounted and balanced. I do still want to blow the car out a little bit from where the glass was still in it from the window, and we'll pull it outside to do that real quick. And then I'll call Brandon at the tint shop there and see if we can get it in there to get that window done. Hopefully he'll let us go up there and I'm sure he will. You know what I mean? That's maybe be helpful for him. And I'll give you guys the info where he's at in case you guys are wanting. It's hard to find a good tint guy. It really is. You find them, they're okay. They do crappy work on the edges. When you find a good one, you keep them. You know what I mean? And I think, I'm not sure, but we'll ask him when we go. He may do, he'll come to you. Maybe. But we'll find all that out. Let me get this done. We'll get going with it. Thanks. Okay. We got them back on the car and we'll tighten them up. And then I'm going to check them with I got a nice digital air gauge. I really like it. It's pretty accurate. So let's see where they're at. I know what each number of torque, what each number of air pressure on this is to what torque spec. So right now I got it on about 4 3/4, and it's right within spec of these.
Whatever you say.
So, because I'll check, I checked it before and then I wrote it down. It's got a light on it. You can set the units PSI or bar. Yeah, this one's from Cornwell, but I got like 2 or 3 of them. They're all pretty good and accurate. But I love using them because let me get you guys down here. Because when you're checking for accuracy on tire pressure, I like to have it right there. I like to know that my tire pressures are, so that way if you got a pool or something like that, you can eliminate, a low pressure tire. Take that air line off because it's noisy. I go them 2 or 3 times just to make sure. Oh, no. That air you're always hearing, it's your automatic drain, so the air don't build up in the tank, or water, I'm sorry. And one of them's an air dryer. Yeah, these are all on 36.6, so that thing's putting it right on the money too. And we'll see what they say on the dash to see how accurate this is. If we know that the one in the car is. This one's a little high, but that could have been me putting it over on the gauge out there. I usually set them on, it says 40 on that one on the tire machine, right around there, right close around there. And then I'll do this to all of them, just to put them right where they all need to be at. Okay, so this is all done. We'll get it off the list. I'm gonna get it blowed out, and I spoke with Brandon at the tint shop. He told me, okay, if we can get you in there to it. So I'm gonna get it all blowed out, off the list, and all that happy stuff. And then we're headed down the road. I'll bring you guys back. We'll get some down the road footage, cruising to his shop. So yeah, give me about, I don't know. Well, you guys ain't gonna know. It's gonna actually be like a second. Yeah, I'll be back with you guys as soon as I'm done with that stuff. And we'll proceed to the next step. Get that window finished up. Thanks again. All right, guys, I'm gonna do this with my phone because I'm having some microphone issues. I gotta get a new mic. It's just not in the price range right now for what I want to spend on one. So, but I want you guys to see this. They're starting to pick up. Remember, we put 35.2 on that gauge. Well, this is reading 37, but they're all even. So either my thing is off or this is, but they're all exactly 37, and my gauge said 35.2 exactly. So at least they're all even, you know what I mean? So maybe my thing's off by 2 pounds. So I'll probably take out, see, I'm not sure because I thought my thing was pretty accurate. So we'll kind of play that by ear. But anyways, we're heading over to the shop. We're in the bad boy HellCat. I ain't gonna do nothing with those new tires. But Great Circleville. It's supposed to start raining, I guess, so I gotta get my grass cut. I don't know how to do this. Whoops. I don't know what I'm doing. Now I'm taking pictures. Hang on. Alright, yeah, I had to stop the recording so I could flip the camera so I could talk to you guys, but, or, you know. Yeah, see, well, now it's starting to read a little different. Now I'm getting 36 on the right front, 37 on both lefts, and 38 on the right rear. So maybe it just takes a minute for it to reread them all. Boy, this sure does ride nice. I'll tell you that. It's like real, for low profile tires, it's pretty smooth. He's gonna like it. No shakes so far. I'm doing close to 60. I haven't felt anything yet. It feels pretty good. So yeah, cool. I'll get back with you guys here in a minute as soon as we pull into the tint spot, and I'll get you guys on over there. Be back in a little bit. All right, guys, we're here. Here's a sign here. Pretty cool. Tint Works. They do all kinds of stuff, man. I mean, stereo stuff. They do car wraps, audio, tint, kind of bunch of stuff. I think with bikes too. Maybe some. You know, like fairing type stuff, putting in radios and bikes, just a bunch of stuff. Cool place. We used to be right over here. We had that middle building right there. It was my kids' hair salon and barber shop, but they decided to raise the rent double, so we took off. But anyways, we're about to go inside and we'll show you guys inside. All right, let's go in here. All right, so the address is 114 South Scioto, and right there's Main. If you guys ever came down to the pumpkin show, Main Street is the main road, 56, it's the main road. So as soon as you get over the tracks, which are right over there on the other side of that building, you'll hang a right here on Scioto, and they're right here by the road. Let's go check it out inside a little bit. Yeah, so pretty cool, man. They got it going on in here. I've never been in here till today. Used to be like an old printing shop, but now they got all kind of stuff going on here. A chopper sitting there. Pretty cool little lounge. Yeah, pretty nice shop. Nice in here. Go back and check them out where they're tinting too. Hell yeah. I'm getting ready to do a seat for that bike. Pretty cool bike there. Real nice shop in here. You guys already got it on. Damn, I just walked around the building. Look at that.
Saves us from having to pull the door panel, pull the sweeps out on some of these cars.
Oh, where the tint can go behind them?
Yeah, what this does, this allows you to pull the rubber seal back a little bit to where you can get the tint down past that sweep. That way when you roll the window down, you don't have to worry about the tint catching on the bottom of it. But also too, you get down far enough to where it assures you that, you know, you're covering everything. You're not going to have any light gaps.
If not, you'd have to take that panel off.
Sure. Well, when you start popping panels, you start breaking clips possibly. What happens?
Did that end up being 20%, you said? That window was, I never cleaned it or nothing once I put it in there.
Anymore, you gotta be careful. New car, new blade is kind of, you never wanna, it doesn't scratch so easy. Glass anymore is
Yeah, it does too.
really soft. And I got 3,000 grit that I go over it with. Just enough to where it'll knock anything that's stuck on there off.
Little micro dirts.
Right.
What do you charge for like a full tint? Like
A full car about like this, you're looking anywhere from 280 to 300, depending on what style, what brand, like what type of tint. We offer a few different kinds. We got dyed, we got nanocarbon, and then we also carry ceramic, being the most expensive. And the only difference really is just the heat rejection.
What about like the strips on the front? That's how much extra are those?
Something like that, I usually charge anywhere from 30 to 50 bucks. They're not too bad, depending on the car.
Yeah, I was just saying it earlier in the video that you can't find, you know, good. Oh, do you do like, will you go to people?
Unfortunately, I used to be mobile, and we're just so busy around here anymore. It's hard to it's hard to get the extra time to load everything up, go to somebody's place. And the biggest thing with mobile tint is you gotta be set up for mobile tint. A lot of things come into play when you do mobile tint. Are you doing it outside? You got a garage to be able to do it in? How's the day gonna be that day? Is it windy? Yeah, and we always, we mark out our templates with white grease pencil. And we do all of our cutting on the mirrors. Kind of just goes back to where I was saying, you know, glass is soft, and the last thing you want to do is have to explain to a customer how you just etched their glass with a blade.
Right, or say you didn't do it.
Right. It's easier sometimes just to take the extra couple of steps just to ensure that you're not gonna mess anybody's car up. 100%. Get it all lined into place.
I don't.
Now I always tell everybody at least 3 to 4 days for you to rolling the windows down. And if we're in the middle of summer, it's hot out, I would give it a couple hours and you'd probably do. But that's another thing, by tinting below that sweep right there, you're ensuring that film is actually past that rubber. Make sure it's gonna dry properly. And we warranty all of our work. There's a lifetime warranty on the film as well as the install. Make sure the edges lay down as it should. And I always tell everybody I like to keep the car out for just a little bit after it's done, just to make sure all the water that's falling, it's not going to kick up anymore. At the bottom, dry down as it should. I'm real picky about my work, but and I always try to go over it twice just to make sure you get all that water out from the back of it.
Tinting takes patience, man, and a skill. It really does.
For something like that, what do we got? 10 minutes maybe?
Yeah, yeah, literally 10 minutes. And then, like, to pull tint off of windows, what do you charge to do that?
Normally it's anywhere from 25 to 30 a window for door glass, 50 to 100 for rear glass. But we use a steamer. A steamer's gonna, 90% of the time, I'm not gonna say it's all the time because it kind of is hit and miss when it comes to this. But a steamer's gonna kind of warm up the glue. As you're pulling the tint back, it's gonna allow the glue to kind of soften up to where you can pull it off along with the glass, off the glass. So, how long has this been tinted?
I don't know. I have no idea. He bought it. He bought it used.
Just like that, kind of wipe the door panel off, and we come back, clean the window real good. It's all set. Like I said, you'll have a little bit of water texture, a little bit to dry up, and that turned out good.
I appreciate you, buddy.
Yes, sir, no problem at all.
All right, guys, so we was sitting here contemplating. If you pull the door this way a little bit, you can see like where the old tint on this little back one is a little bit worn and faded type of thing, you know what I mean? So Brandon said, you know what, let's go ahead and tear that off and redo that too, because that way it all matches nice there. So that's good of him to you know, to see that and go through with what's got to go down now, because now you're getting ready to see what get ready to happen with taking tint off, cleaning it, and you know what's involved in that stuff. So I think it's a good idea, Brandon. Now we're getting into the, this is actually good. This is good stuff right here. That way people can see this, man. You know what I mean? Tearing tint off is not fun.
Like I said, typically we use a steamer or just a little tiny quarter glass like this. It's not really necessary.
Just so you guys know, when he's tearing this tint off, there's still a film of glue on this glass. That's what he was talking about earlier with that steamer. Even though it softens it up a little bit for him, you got to get all that stuff off. You can't just go Windexing it and putting new tint over that. It is really. And for those of you that have torn tint off your windows, you know what I'm talking about. It's not fun. Good deal. That steamer will soften it up, you're saying, Brandon, right?
Yes. Yeah, if you was to use a steamer, it'll actually soften the glue and adhesive behind that tint. Now, most of the time, depending on how long it's been on the vehicle, sometimes you get lucky and sometimes it still gives you a nice job. But especially when it comes to scraping it close to the ceramic black around the edges, especially using a razor blade, if you catch that just the wrong way, you're going to take that off the glass and that's going to leave it straight. You're going to see it from the outside. So, I mean, I don't know, anytime it comes to a razor blade close to a glass, you always got to be careful. I'm doing your prep. The outcome's obviously going to be better. Like I said before, I'd rather take the extra 5 minutes to make sure it's going to look right and get it on there and then have to find an excuse to send it out the door the way it looks.
I agree, man. I really do. Yeah, so just so everybody knows, like I said before, if we would have tried to put 35 on it, it would have been too light. 20 was just a little bit darker from the from this 20 that he just tore off of it being older, you know, and sun worn, and because it will start to do that, you know, after some time.
Yeah.
Especially like in a lot of, even if it's in like a hotter areas, Florida, stuff like that. I'm sure them guys.
Right.
But yeah, so.
Yeah. Trickiest thing about these small windows, you want to try to keep it from touching any of the other parts of the door panel. Pick up contamination from everything. So right there, just like that, and it matches. I'm too OCD to set a car.
Right. That would make people lose sleep, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can't.
Good, man. Good. That just shows you, you know, it shows everybody what type of work you guys are doing here. You know, you ain't just gonna making up excuses. There's a lot of people doing that out there, so.
Yeah, like I said, I'd rather have good product out there and good work, bigger bank account, unfortunately.
I agree, man. That kind of stuff shows.
And not only that, but once you get to the front of the lamination I was showing you in the other piece from whoever laid the prior film, it should have taken care of all that. Let me wipe it off here so you get it better.
Go for it. Good stuff,
I said
man.
you had a little water texture for a couple of days, but at least the door matches now.
Good job, Brandon. Really appreciate it, man. Good job. Once again, guys, I got the info right there in the beginning of this where you guys could see his phone number and the address and stuff. You guys need anything like that? I mean, even Columbus is just a hop skipping away, you know, for some good work, you know, so give him a shout. Actually, if you mention the channel's name there to Brandon when you guys call, you guys get 10% discount, so.
Nice!
Mention that to him, get yourself 10% off, and get you some good work. Summer's here, guys, and the tint is gonna keep it nice and cool inside and nice and good looking. Look at that. That looks good. It does. He needs to clean this thing now. He'll probably make me do it. With the new tires and the window all fixed. All right, guys, thanks again. We'll see you on the next one. All right, guys, so yeah, I mean, that went pretty good there. They do really good work. I mean, that was super good of seeing what kind of a person and what kind of work they really truly do there. As far as that little corner window thing just went, you know. They caught it. He was like, you know what? Let's do the right thing and do this instead of just telling you, hey man, you just got to redo all your windows, you know, and I need your $600 to strip them and put the, you know, the new stuff on, you know. Clearly just seen that didn't happen. So, and man, I'll tell you what, hold on. Outside, everything looks good and even, you know. There's no difference even from that. I mean, they all look right. So yeah. I appreciate you guys watching. Please keep hitting those like, shared, subscribes. I'm trying to drive here, so I might be talking, what do you call it? Chinglish, Chinese and American, Chinese and English. But yeah, man, I really appreciate you guys so much. And hit Brandon up, the number's on there. If you guys need stuff done like that, or call him and see what else he does. He says he does a lot of other things there. He named off some of the things they do, but I think they can order stuff too, like for bikes and stereo stuff, bike stuff. I'm not sure. Quite a bit of stuff. It's kind of like an accessory shop, you know what I mean? Not just the window tinting. So that's one of the things they do good. So give them a shout. So like I said, Circleville is not far from Columbus or Chillicothe or Lancaster. Or if you got a ride to get good work, I'm all for it. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Until the next one.